Welcome back to Longevity Talk. For centuries, we have viewed aging as a slow, steady decline. It was a straight line from youth to old age. We thought our bodies just gradually wore out over time. But what if that understanding was incomplete? What if aging wasn't a smooth slope but more like a staircase? Recent scientific breakthroughs are now challenging this old idea. They are revealing a far more complex and interesting story about how we grow older. This new map shows that our journey through life has distinct periods where the pace of aging suddenly quickens, changing the game entirely. This new perspective comes from groundbreaking research looking deep into our biology. Scientists are no longer just observing the outward signs of aging. They are now able to track thousands of proteins in our blood. These proteins act as a biological clock, telling a detailed story of what is happening inside our cells. By analyzing these molecular messengers, researchers have identified specific moments in our lives when significant biological shifts occur. The age of 44 might seem like the prime of life for many. It is often a time of established careers and growing families. However, beneath the surface, our bodies are undergoing a significant biological shift. Scientific studies that analyze the proteome, the full set of proteins in our blood, have pinpointed this age as the first major turning point in the adult aging process. Think of it as the body's internal management system getting a major software update, one that reconfigures how things operate from this point forward. Many people in their mid-40s report subtle but persistent changes. They might notice that it takes a little longer to recover from a strenuous workout. Or perhaps they find that maintaining their weight requires more effort than it used to. These experiences are not just in their heads, they are the real-world reflections of the molecular changes happening within. This first aging surge is a critical period for preventative health. The changes happening at age 44 are not a sign that things are breaking down. Instead, they are a signal that our bodies are entering a new phase that requires different support. Think of your body's health at this stage like a savings account for your future well-being. The investments you make in your mid-40s can pay huge dividends later in life. After the initial surge in our mid-40s, the aging process may seem to stabilize for a while. Then, as we enter our 60s, another significant wave of change begins. This second major acceleration is often more noticeable and has wider-ranging effects on our health. The research into blood proteins shows a distinct and dramatic shift during this decade. This is a period when many of the biological pathways associated with age-related diseases, such as cardiovascular disease and cognitive decline, show increased activity. It is a time when the cumulative effects of our lifestyle choices and genetic predispositions really start to become apparent in our overall health and vitality. For many people, their 60s are when the classic signs of aging become more pronounced. You might notice more stiffness in your joints in the morning. Your energy levels may not be what they once were. Your immune system might also become less robust, making you more susceptible to infections. These are not just isolated issues. They are interconnected signs that the body's systems are undergoing a coordinated change. The proteins that shift during this time are often linked to fundamental processes like DNA repair, cellular energy production, and the body's ability to clear out damaged cells, all of which are crucial for maintaining youthful function. This second wave of aging underscores the importance of continued vigilance and adaptation in our health routines. The strategies that worked in our 40s and 50s may need to be adjusted to meet the new challenges of our 60s. So, to truly understand these aging surges, we need to look at the science, but, in simple terms. At the heart of it all are three key players: our DNA, our cells, and our metabolism. Our DNA is basically the instruction manual for our entire body. Over time, tiny errors or typos can start to build up in this manual thanks to environmental factors and just the natural process of cell division. Our bodies do have some pretty amazing DNA repair systems, but as we age, especially around these surge points, these repair crews can honestly become less efficient. This can lead to cells not functioning as well as they used to, which, you guessed it, contributes to the aging process we see and feel. Next, let's talk about our cells. Our bodies are made of trillions of them. As they age, some cells can enter a state called senescence. A senescent cell is one that has stopped dividing but, refuses to die. Think of it like a zombie cell. It just hangs around, releasing inflammatory signals that can actually damage the healthy cells nearby. The buildup of these senescent cells is believed to be a major driver of aging. The surges at 44 and in the 60s may be points where the rate of senescent cell accumulation increases, leading to a rise in low-grade chronic inflammation throughout the body. Finally, there's our metabolism, which is the process of converting food into energy. As we get older, our metabolism naturally starts to slow down. This change can be especially noticeable around these aging hotspots. The mitochondria, those tiny power plants inside our cells, can become less effective at producing energy. This can lead to feelings of fatigue and can also affect how our body handles sugar and fat, increasing the risk for metabolic issues. It's really a fundamental shift in our body's energy economy, and it means we have to be more mindful of what we eat and how active we are to keep our internal engine running smoothly. These three elements, DNA stability, cellular health, and metabolic efficiency, are all interconnected. A decline in one area can negatively impact the others, creating a cascade of changes that accelerates the aging process. The surges seen in the protein studies likely reflect moments when these interconnected systems reach a tipping point. Understanding this lets us move beyond just treating the symptoms of aging. We can start to target the root causes. By supporting our DNA repair mechanisms, helping our bodies clear out senescent cells, and boosting our metabolic health, we can directly combat these aging surges at a fundamental biological level. These groundbreaking discoveries about aging surges are more than just interesting science. They are honestly a call to action. They transform our view of aging from a passive decline into an active, manageable process. Knowing that our bodies face accelerated challenges at specific ages like 44 and in our 60s gives us a really powerful advantage. It allows us to practice a new kind of medicine, preemptive health. We no longer have to wait for problems to arise. Instead, we can anticipate these biological shifts and implement targeted strategies to fortify our bodies before, during, and after these crucial periods of transition. This new knowledge empowers every individual to become the CEO of their own health. For someone approaching their mid-40s, this means it is honestly the perfect time to establish a baseline. Getting comprehensive health screenings can give you a snapshot of your current biological state. It is also the time to build sustainable habits around nutrition and exercise that will serve you for decades. For those entering their 60s, the focus might shift toward preserving function and resilience. This could involve modifying exercise routines to include more balance and flexibility work, or paying closer attention to cognitive and social engagement to keep the mind sharp and active. The future of longevity will likely involve personalized approaches based on this science. Imagine a future where a simple blood test can tell you exactly where you are on your personal aging trajectory. It could identify which of your biological systems are aging fastest. This would allow for highly tailored interventions, from specific dietary supplements to customized exercise plans designed to support your unique needs. We are moving away from one-size-fits-all health advice and toward a new era of precision wellness. This will enable us to address the root causes of aging with incredible accuracy, helping us stay younger for longer. Ultimately, this research gives us hope and a renewed sense of control over our lives. Aging is a part of life, but the rate at which we age and the quality of our later years are not set in stone. By understanding the rhythm of aging, its surges and plateaus, we can learn to work with our biology, not against it. We can make informed choices that help us navigate these critical turning points with strength and grace. The journey of aging is long, and with this new map, we are better equipped than ever to make it a healthy, vibrant, and fulfilling one. If you find this information useful, please subscribe to our channel.